Happy Wednesday. It is June 28th. It is the end of June. We are fully halfway through the year. Kind of crazy to think about. It is Wednesday night, so that means it's podcast night, and you will be seeing this tomorrow morning, Thursday morning. To start things off, I want to say hi and welcome all my new subscribers. I hit 453 subscribers right before I hit record, so that's very exciting. I'm very excited about that. So welcome to everyone. I hope you have enjoyed the videos that you may have watched, or whatever's kind of piqued your interest for you to subscribe, and I hope that you'll come and join me and all the folks who show up on Sunday brunches where we sew live together. I'm in a focus where I'm sewing legit kits every moment that I possibly can. So I'm sewing those on my Sunday brunches, which are 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern, unless it's like a Sunday like this coming up Sunday where we'll be doing from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern, the legit kit block of the month for the it's called Color Vortex. It's their first block of the month, and I sew those up live on my Sundays after I get the blocks in the mail. So thank you so much for subscribing, and thanks to everybody else who has been subscribed and has been hanging out with me. I'm really having a good time on those lives. Everybody is just a joy to hang out with. It's been so much fun, and we have really good goofy conversations and talk, hints and tips and tricks on all kinds of different things. So yeah, I really enjoy them, and I enjoy having everybody there. So if you're new, I hope you consider coming back and watching. This Sunday will be the legit kit block of the month, but I will hop on first thing at 11 o'clock just to keep the routine of being on and live at 11 before doing the block. So we're gonna roll into podcast conversation, and I always start off with what I've done in the week previously since the last podcast. And like the week before, where I'd gotten to go to dinner, we went to sushi, my son and I. This past week, my oldest and I, we went to Matsutake. There we go. I was gonna say Benihana, but no. It's like a Benihana, and I don't even know if they have Benihanas anymore. They used to be all over the place, but it's like that where the chef cooks in front of you on a hibachi grill, and they make the silly jokes like egg roll and the onion choo-choo tray, that stuff. So that's where we went and had way so much food, and I had lunch for the next day for myself. So that was pretty cool. That was a good time, and it's always fun to spend time separately with the kiddos. So that was a lot of fun. So yep, did that. Had busy Saturday, had a very busy Saturday and Sunday, but did get a lot of work done on both the mini rows of legit kits that I'm working on and the sail away that I'm working on. I have not started mini Skullover yet because I want to finish those two, but I'm on track. I've time boxed it. I know exactly how many hours a week I need to spend based on my slowest, which is the mini rows has a lot of little pieces. So I'm basing my timing on the mini rows. And if I stay to that, I will be done before my retreat in September. So I will have the 3 quilt tops done before I leave, which is perfection. It's exactly what I wanted to do, like that timing wise. So that'll work out great. So I did work on those this weekend, even with all the stuff that I had going on. The things that I had going on were, so Saturday, Steven of Bland Designs and the Idiot Quilter had a pop-up sew day, and that starts at 8 a.m. Eastern. So I hopped on that. I know a bunch of my followers were on there, and it's always cool because most of my followers, the majority of my followers, have come from the conversations that I've had with Steven and with Stephanie of Stephanie Stitches and with Sean of The Guy Who Sews. So it's really like this great little family community thing going on when we're all together. And the Zoom, the retreat, his pop-up sew retreat was Zoom, so we get to see each other. It's just a lot of fun. It was a really good time, and I got to sew a couple hours that morning. Hopped off for just a bit because then I got to join Melissa of Practically Creative and several of her friends, and I will list everybody in the description so that you can check out their YouTube channels as well. But we were on for about an hour, and we were sewing up a picnic barbecue-y themed for the hour that we were sewing together. That was a lot of fun, and it was very cool to meet a couple new folks who I hadn't met or seen face to face. It was also Zoom, it was also, you know, face to face, but live on Melissa's YouTube channel too. So I will link their YouTube channels and the replay of that if you wanted to check that out. That was a lot of fun. What else did we do? Oh, Saturday was also Frederick Pride, so that was cool. Because of all the stuff I was doing, I didn't get to go down, but kids did, and I got, all I got was this shirt. I got a shirt. This is what they called vintage. So this year was the 10-year anniversary of Frederick Pride, and so this is the 5-year shirt that I guess they, you know, had some left over, and so they were selling them as vintage. So my oldest picked me up this and the 10-year shirt, so super excited. I'll be sporting these around town. I love a good shirt. I love t-shirts. I'm definitely a t-shirt and jeans kind of chick, so I'm very excited to have these. Let's see, so that, ooh, and then Sunday, another very chock-full day. Sunday was my Sunday brunch, which is, again, Sundays from 11 to 3. Sorry to be repeating information, but it was a really good time. I showed on this past one how to, a couple of different ways to fix a mistake on a legit kit if you've sewn colors in the wrong spots. And in this case, it was an individual, like 5, well, it was only like this big. It was tiny, but it had 5 pieces of fabric in it, and I hadn't sewn it within the larger block, so it was just by itself. So fixing it was definitely easier. Not easy, but easier. And I showed a couple of options on how you can do that, from scrapping the whole thing, and I, you know, made a copy on either just your plain, you know, white copy paper, or if you have newsprint, you know, just copy it on that to that and start over again. To if you don't have access to a copier, I sat and I picked the fabric out, and I salvaged the majority of it. I'll be able to use those pieces and other things and within the mini rows. But it was nice. It was very cool. It was fun to be able to do that, and fun to be very successful with how I thought it would work out, and it did actually work out that well. So that was very exciting, and I have since sewn up that entire block, and so I'll pop a picture of that finished block, and I'll highlight the one that I had to fix if I can remember where it is now, because once it all goes together and then it, you know, creates the larger image, it's not always easy for me to find, you know, what I might have been looking at one point, but I'll try to show it to you. So that was the brunch. Then right after the brunch, well, I was able to have some lunch. Oh, my cat is going to come say hi. Hopefully he doesn't knock over the camera. That one was Bass Drop. He does not usually make an appearance, but he's up here today. After the live brunch was, I was in the Zoom retreat with T Quilts. I will also link her YouTube channel here. Gonna have a lot of folks to link. But did her virtual retreat, which is a lot of fun. Oh, I'll actually pull up one of the, this is, oh, excuse me. It's a disappearing 9 patch that we're working on. So this is one of the 9 patches, and it's scrappy. It's just pull all of the things from all of the places. So I have some crazy scraps going on in there. And then this is what the block looks like. And then it's, you know, you put all of these blocks together to create the quilt top. So that was a lot of fun. This was quick to put together. You know, we just did pretty much, you know, do one so you can show off what you'd done and made sure that you had it set right. But the pieces are large. It's a really, it's, you know, 5-inch charm pack basically size. So the 9 patch is a really good size. And then it's a quick sew because of how large the blocks are. So that was pretty cool. That was a lot of fun on Sunday. Then I ended Sunday night with our guild, which we still haven't named yet, but we are voting. Sean from The Guy Who Sews did put together a Google form to vote on the name of what our quilt guild will go by. It's a virtual quilt guild. We're kind of all over the place. So it's not you know, super local, which is really cool. We've got people from all over the place to talk and find out, like, you know, what their local quilt shops are like and all that kind of stuff. So it's really cool. We did that, and that usually is about an hour and 15 minutes. And we showed off. We have a challenge every month and then a block of the month. So we get to show those off, talk a little bit about what else we've got going on, and then, you know, kind of wrap it up from there. It was a really good conversation, and there was a good number of folks on it this past Sunday night, so that was fun. And so that was that. And then Monday or Tuesday are just, you know, back to work. Woohoo! But even, you know, working, I you know, Monday, Tuesday, and earlier today, working on legit kits during conference calls. I'm always worried I'm going to forget to mute and someone's going to hear my sewing machine going, but so far it's so good. So that was the end of Sunday. I yesterday morning released my demo, my first ever voiceover, which was really cool. But the demo that I did for So Be It Quilts, these quilter slide locks, I released that yesterday morning, and it's had a really good response, which is really cool. I would say it's kind of, I mean, it is definitely not award-winning videography, but Lord, it's not award-winning. But I had a really good time, and it was fun to learn a new technical thing about doing voiceovers. I hadn't done that before, so I got to learn how to do the voiceover and how to speed up the video within you know, doing the voiceover. That was really a lot of fun. Oh, and I added music too, so I felt very accomplished, and it was a really good time, and again has had a lot of folks watch it, which is exciting as well to look at, you know, I tried to do it once in the morning and then once in the evening, because otherwise I'll become obsessed, and I don't want to do that. But it's been fun to see what the response was, and they're really good tools. So when you're working with really good stuff, it's easy to get other people excited about it because they really work really well. So yeah, it was a fun little video. So that went up yesterday. Oh, so I can do a little bit of a mail call, fabric call. What you're about to see what you're about to see is what happens when you watch the Sew Yeah brothers of Sew Yeah Quilting, and you suddenly slip into a coma of some sorts, and you don't know what's happening, and you wake up and realize that you've spent a lot of money on so much stuff. So I went haywire. I went haywire on their 6-inch Vegas strips, which are like jelly rolls on steroids, basically. Here, I'll show you what I did. I don't know. I blacked out and I woke up in the next morning and had an invoice, and today I got my box of all my fun 6-inch strips. So these are what the damage that I did, and I'll show you what we've got. Ugh. There we go. So first is the 6-inch strip of Fairy Frost, which is so cool. I love the rainbow of colors, and Fairy Frost is very cool. The exciting thing about this is anybody that bought a 6-inch strip that night, you got 3 or 4, I think 4 patterns. They're at the bottom of the box. I haven't even pulled them out yet. But patterns that they wrote to go with their 6-inch strips. And I love that they're calling them the Vegas strips because they're in Vegas and it's very fitting. So it's 21, possibly 22, depending, but usually 21 strips, 6 inches. So while it's half of what a jelly roll number of strips is, it's actually like almost double or about double the amount of yardage because it's 6-inch strips. Very excited about the pattern that they actually showed. Tiancum had the video up and used the Fairy Frost, and I think I'm gonna kind of stay true to that. Only I'm not gonna do. I want to do it with a I got black grunge 6-inch strip. I think I'm gonna do that with this instead of they had done it with like a cream or a white. But I think I'm gonna do it with the black. And then I got Liberty of London. Also, I am very much into these rainbow colors recently, but this is the Liberty 6-inch strip. Yeah, 21 piece, 6.5 inch. So, Liberty of London, very cool colors. I love that these are just like all the same floral in the different colors. Don't know what I'm gonna do with this one yet, but we'll see. I'll figure something out. Then we have Tilda, who I really like, and I have some yardage of this that I was working on, a couple of quilts with Gudrun from GE Designs. I think it's GE Designs. But I liked the 6-inch strip size because, again, I like the quilt tops that they wrote patterns for these. And then I cannot for the life of me remember what fabric line this is, but again, it's rainbow. I can't remember. If somebody knows, if someone also got this, if you would comment below, I would really appreciate it because I really cannot remember, but it's very pretty, a nice rainbow. So I got those, and then I got black grunge, which is boring, but I can show you black and white grunge. Yeah, I mean, it's black and white. But 6-inch strips too. So, yeah, I am again claiming momentary loss of consciousness and woke up and had no idea what I had done. That's the story I'm sticking to. I don't have to justify myself to anybody, but I'm justifying myself to myself, I suppose. It was a wild night. I did a lot of damage. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And they're 6-inch strips, so things are going to sew up really fast, which is, with all of these little bitsy pieces with legit kits, I'm really looking forward to a fast sew when I'm on the other side of these 3 quilt tops. Yes, I'm very much looking forward to that. So, what do we got going on in the coming week? So, I'm going to be doing legit kits. There's just no getting around it. I want to finish up Sail Away. I want to finish up the Mini Rose so that I can move on to the Mini Sculliver, which is one of their, it's listed as one of their easier, faster ones, where a lot of the blocks have big swatches of color, not so many tiny little ones like the Mini Rose. So I'm excited to get started on that, but I like all the colors of Mini Sculliver. It's very, very colorful. So that is going to be going on. Another mail call that happened today to be ready for this Sunday for our Legit Kit Bomb Sew Up is month 3 came today. Look at how pretty. I'm so excited that we're moving into the yellows and the oranges. I'm excited to add some other green's my favorite color. I love green, but this quilt top is, you know, a color vortex, and I'm excited to check out the new colors. So this picture right here is actually 4 blocks sewn together, and this is the total of the 4 blocks that we'll be working on this Sunday. Again, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern. Very happy that this came. They ship so fast. When I got the shipping notice, it was Monday, and got the informed delivery notification that it'd be delivered today, this morning. So I'm good to go. I'm very happy, ready to go for Sunday. And it's 8 colors in this one, and it's 16 pieces. So not, again, the color vortex is definitely a fast project to put together because it's large swatches. So it'll be good. That, let's see. Oh, 4th of July, Tuesday evening, as folks are getting ready to set up their fireworks or their seats to sit down and watch fireworks, or they're grilling on their grills, sneak inside or sneak out your phone and head over to my channel here from 6 to 6:30 Eastern. We're going to be picking the next 6 blocks from deck 1. So the next 6 blocks to vote on for the 2 color quilt, and we'll be having a little trunk show of all of your folks that are sewing along with us, all of your month 2. So we'll be picking month 3 and showing off month 2 that we had sewn together on Stephanie's channel. Again, the odd months are on my channel, where the first Tuesday of the month we'll pick out the cards and we'll do the show and tell, the showcase of everybody's previous month. And then the 3rd Tuesday, that's a longer time. The first Tuesday is short, like half an hour. The 3rd Tuesday is 6 p.m. To 8 p.m. Eastern, where we actually sew up the blocks together, and we chat, and it's, you know, it's a live sew, and we, you know, Stephanie is 1,000 times better than I am, but we try to pay attention to the comments in the YouTube and reply to them, and have a lot of fun putting them together. I love seeing everybody's color choices. Everybody's picked out so much stuff. I have FOMO on so many of them. I don't think I have seen one that I haven't been like, oh, that was really smart to put that together that way. So it's very fun, very fun. And we're only on month 3, so if you're brand new and you want to catch up, I will also put in the description below the link to the mail list that you will need to get on to get the patterns, because we're picking from these boxes, box 1 and box 2. I'm picking from box 1, Stephanie's picking from box 2. But the way that they have the things written on those cards, you can figure out how to put them together, but it's not done in any way that we're used to seeing patterns written at this point. And so Stephanie we vote on them for a week on my channel in my community tab on YouTube, and then Stephanie writes up the patterns in modern ways, like 8 at a time, half square triangles, or like no waist flying geese. We haven't had flying geese yet, but if we did, you know, things like that, like modern ways to do the traditional blocks. So the only way to get those patterns, though, is to sign up at Stephanie's mailing list thing. So I'll link that in the description too. So we'll have that listed there for you if you want to join us. They're 12.5-inch unfinished blocks. So there's plenty of time, and there's, you know, a month in between each time we do it. So you've got plenty of time to sign up and join us. Also, time is growing short, just a couple of weeks left to sign up for Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt Carnival. There's only, I mean, there's plenty of colorways left, but only, you know, there's a lot that have sold out. So if you are interested in doing that, you're going to want to jump on, get it ordered. You don't have to put in a special code or anything. If you have an ambassador and you're going to use their code, you are still more than welcome to join us when we sew live. And so still send me an email and say that you want to be a part of the Zoom or the YouTube live, but you can't get the group discount. And we're getting a group discount based on our group. And yeah, you can't stack those discounts. So, but I will have my email address in the description, and I'll probably put it up here on one of these sides. I have the past couple of times too. So shoot me an email and just say, hey, I want to be added to the list. When the first clue mails, I send the list to Cotton Cuts. They check their ordering, make sure that nobody's used a code already, and then we'll refund for the paid in fulls. You'll get the full refund of our group discount. For the paid monthlies, you'll get your first month refund, and then every month after that, it'll just be discounted on your invoicing. So plenty of time to sign up, sort of. It's running out, but you do still have like a couple weeks. So think fast and shoot me an email if you want to be a part of it. It's a lot of fun. We had 55 people signed up, 56 with me, 55 other people sign up for, I've got Carnival on the mind, for Village Green. We're at 38, yes, 38 now with Carnival. So we get together once a month on Stephanie's channel. She was very kind enough to host this, because this was before I was doing anything YouTube-y, and I had no idea what all that entailed. And so she was a rock star and said, yeah, I will host. And so we meet, now we'll be meeting twice a month, because we're going to finish up Village Green, and we'll be doing Carnival, starting up the first Saturday of August, maybe. If August 5th is a Saturday, I will be very excited that I remembered a date. So August 5th is when we will be sewing up Carnival. So you will need to have been on that list well before August 5th, like July 15th is what I'm thinking. So yeah, that's what's coming up. I did have a little bit of insanity this past week because I was doing the Quilter slide lock demonstration. I did cut another project, but it was for the science of doing the demo, so it needed to be done. I cut the panel project from Alaska, the Sea Life one, and so that is cut and ready to go for when I come up from under the Legit Kit deadline that I've put on myself. So that was cool. That was fun. Really pretty colors, and I really love the wildlife that is in the panel with the puffins are my favorite. So that's the one I am most focused on, but it's really cool. It's going to be fun. It'll be a quick sew too. So yeah, there was a little bit of insanity. Let's see. Next is always what I've been watching, and I haven't really watched anything too crazy. So definitely still watching MasterChef. It's regions. So like the South, the West, the Midwest, and the Northeast are all competing. That's a lot of fun. I love all the culinary things. But yeah, haven't really watched anything out of the ordinary. I've always, when in doubt, if I'm sewing, I will have some kind of like true crime-y thing on. So I'll watch that, like the Netflix Catching Killers thing I think I watched this past week, but nothing out of the ordinary, I guess. Is there something, like, do you guys watch something specific when you're sewing, or do you listen to music, or do you like it like dead silent and you just want to sew and contemplate life and kind of be in like a zen space when you're sewing? I like to have something happening, some background noise, something happening while I'm doing all things. I'd like to have stuff happening, going on. So I always have some kind of show on. But I'd love to know what you guys do, how you guys have your sewing space set up, and what gets you feeling productive. So yeah, if you let me know in the comments, that would be awesome. I thought today I would wrap up with, because we made some comments in some Zoom, I can't remember what, but I'd been thinking about, like, what are my bucket list things to make? And I've always been, even before I ever thought of quilting, and I'd always just thought I would buy one, I've always been infatuated with the double wedding ring that quilts. So that's definitely on my bucket list to make. The Dear Jane is on my bucket list, especially because, and I have it, I bought the stuff for it. It has foundation paper piecing elements, so they've, modernized it and stuff, so I'll be able to FPP a large majority of it, if not the entire thing, but I think some of it is applique, and some of it is FPP, but that is definitely on my bucket list. And then a 1-inch postage square. I don't know, I'm not worried about it if it's like an around the world, or if it's just, like a billion scrappy little 4 patches of 1-inch finished squares. But I definitely want to make one of those. I like the idea of the challenge of all those little pieces going together, and how long it would take to make like a really good sized, like a queen, but ample space of a queen, like good, like tucking and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's definitely, those 3 are my bucket list. I want to make, when I have all the time in the world and I finally get to retire and I'm hanging out with grandbabies or whatever. Those are the 3. And I think those are probably pretty common ones. I've heard some people talk about, they want to do a Bargello, and I do like the Bargellos. I think they're pretty. It's just not something that is like bucket list. It's not like, that is like the be all end all for me for quilting. And those, the 3 that I said, the postage stamp, the Dear Jane, and the double wedding ring, those are, I will consider myself a true quilter when I complete, one and then all of those. So that's why they're my bucket list ones. But yeah, that wraps up this past week and what I'm going to be doing this week. I look forward to seeing everybody, if you can, to come hang out on Sunday. And then come again Tuesday night to hang out, and I will have my blog up. I'll have this one, my podcast, up tomorrow morning, and then I will be back at it again next Wednesday night, talking about all the stuff we did this past week. So yeah, thanks for being here. Look forward to seeing you all again. Again, email me if you're interested in cotton cuts. Email me. Sign up for cotton cuts on Stephanie's, nope, not cotton cuts, the 2-color quilt challenge on Stephanie's, if you would like to get in on the patterns for those. So there's some homework for y'all. All right, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all soon. Thanks everybody.